EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here between the Toronto Mounties taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They'll begin on the ground here with Abanikanda. Still going. Inside. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
Abanikanda on 1st and 10. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Israel Abanikanda with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Mounties need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson, flush to his right. That's to the rookie, Marvin Mims. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Now the 3rd-year man back and healthy. It's Javonte Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Broncos at a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
When you look at this defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL. You have to like the way that they played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And able to get this to the 31. This defense for the Broncos very strong in that victory a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8 absolutely unbelievable.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. Play action. It's Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Looking to throw. Wilson, he'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is fielded at the 7. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 85 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. When you look at this Bronco defense, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game,
did.
right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. On 3rd down, Wilson eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Might want to remember that 3rd. 37 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. That's complete to Palmer. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. From the gun, here's Abanikanda. And this play doesn't work at all as he's going to be marked down behind the line after the dive. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Wilson's throw taken in by Palmer. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
A gain of 12. And the Toronto first down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Wilson. This is caught. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Oh, design run for their wideout. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Brock Wright, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Mounties have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. To throw is Wilson. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now Zuerlein on and the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Mounties 21, Broncos 0.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on 17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. He'll air this one out from Mims. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. At that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Denver. 42 yards.
That's another Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
At the 36-yard line.
Here's Wilson. Under pressure, they got him again. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jermaine Johnson. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due.
There he goes, left side.
He's on his way.
Touchdown. Trey Palmer. An 80-yard touchdown.
And the Mounties continue to pull away here in this first half.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
Broncos nothing.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Wilson to throw. the middle, complete. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now Wilson on first down. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Open man is the tight end, Troutman.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. On second down, Williams. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
On second down, here's Wilson. And this one complete again to Mims. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. He'll air this one out for Mims. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now a throw here to his running back. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
To throw again is Wilson.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there at 22. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Javonte Williams from 8 yards out. And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's good on the extra point. And the lead is down to 28-10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Throw left side complete. That's right. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 11. So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
At the 37-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now Wilson on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sutton. And Sutton will have a Broncos first down as he's across midfield to the 48.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Throwing is Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. On first down, Wilson. This is caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, 31 yards. And the Broncos are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Wilson and the Broncos offense going to stay on the field. They'll go for 2. try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they wait for the 2. They don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The first down, they start out with Abanikanda. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And even 100 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. Welcome back now to Denver, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Abanikanda once again. And slow going there, as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
The give now to Abanikanda, and he'll work down inside the 45.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. William Jackson with a pick. And the Broncos are right back in this football game. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. After the interception, here's Wilson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. A gain of 32 that time.
It's a gain of 32 yards. That's good for a Denver Broncos.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now it's Wilson. That's going to be caught by Judy. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 more yards there and another 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Touchdown! Javonte Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
On second down, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Palmer going to go in motion left.
Buying time to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out, fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will set up sharp at their own 41-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. 51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now it's Wilson.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
The option to give to Williams here.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Wilson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Mims in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
This is 3rd and goal.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Jermaine Johnson
in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and as a result, possession switches hands.
They've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, So they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Oh, and an injured member of the offense there. It's the quarterback, Zach Wilson, in some distress.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Wright's got it. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
2nd and 11 now.
Rodgers to throw.
That's caught. This is Abanikanda.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. And they take a knee. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Toronto, they moved back over 500 at 3-2 now.